What are the qualities of a real woman?
Okay, thank you. So, like you said, we just continue the topic,
Right.
and it's like elaborating on what I just said. Right. In the world, we have only two sexes. You have the male and the female. Right. And a good businessman will study the market. A good businessman will study the competitors. The good businessman will study the alternative that is there. So, and a lot of studies has gone ahead of us. A lot of books on women. Of course, there are some. I won't recommend some because, I mean, you always have different views, but you always have the classical, the average view on who a woman is supposed to be and who a man is supposed to be. But ages past, people have done these studies and they have noticed the differences between a man and a woman, the differences between a male and a woman. So the first thing that we will recognize when we start to study a woman is our organizational skill, is our administrative skill, is our ability to hold things together, is our ability to be able to think and put together a lot of things. To bring the point home, we know that men are more comfortable at doing one thing at a time. I mean, they are best at that and they get a very good result. We call that a logical mind. A man has to train himself to be able to accommodate more. But when he thinks about one or at most two things, he really feels like a man is on top of it, is a specialist and is an expert. But on the other hand, because of the mother instincts that God has given to a woman, because one of a major role in life is to raise offspring. Yeah, it takes two to bring an offspring, it takes two to bring a child, but especially at the earlier stage, you know, of a child, the child needs the mother more than the father. But even often after the child is grown up, the men are, most of the time they are busy doing other things, and the child is left spending a lot of time with the mother, and that gives the mother a big opportunity to teach, to train, and, you know, virtually to impart herself in a child. So because of her motherly instinct, she has to be a psychologist, she has to be able to appeal to the child, and when necessary she has to discipline the child. So she has a lot of traits inside her, a lot of characteristics that I call the ability to hold things together, you know, the ability to make the water hot, the ability to make the water warm, the ability to make the water cold, depending on what the situation calls from. So every woman there is almost a natural organizer, almost a natural administrator, manager, but of course it doesn't come just like that. The seed is there. Yeah, the seed is there, but you have to develop it, just like anything in life. It has to be developed. So that's very important. Also, a good woman, a real woman is a good teacher. And teaching, you know, don't just teach one time, you know, it takes a lot to teach, you know. You have to repeat a lot of things, you have to build on a lot of things. Teaching including theory, teaching including practical side of it. So another thing that is very particular to a real woman is our emotional balance. Often we see and we know that God has blessed women with this emotional expression. You know, women under normal conditions, they are more outspoken and they are emotional. They are able to sympathize with other people. They are more prone to showing empathy and other things. But when a woman works on herself, she's able to balance that, and she's able to have a balanced emotional life herself, and to be able to help other people, you know, to come to the average when they are on the extreme of their, you know, emotional processes going inside of them, and that brings life, and that brings hope, and that gives acceptance to people. So these are some of the things that I would say real woman